Hi, everyone. Kate Byers, founder of Corporate Women Unleashed. Excited about today's broadcast. We are talking about executive weight loss. Who is with me? All right, summer is coming up. Well, depending on when you're listening to this, summer's coming up for us pretty soon here. And I know for me, I get a little more focused and a little more body conscious. And executive weight loss is a serious issue, guys. We see this over and over again with very driven women, high pressure jobs, and what's happening. The focus is on everyone else and it's not on your weight. It's always tomorrow, right? It's always tomorrow. Tomorrow's when you're going to start the diet, or you get the Peloton. It sits there nicely in your workout room and nothing happens with it. So here's what's going on. And this is why weight loss is so inconsistent. First of all, your stress levels are very high. So your body's holding on to weight just as a protection mechanism. You're probably not getting enough sleep, or you're sleeping just like the dead. Okay. So your sleeping patterns aren't really effective for weight loss. And if you're like most of us, executive women, you come home at night and the way you sort of self-medicate, the way you cope, the way you take the stress off, the edge off, is through a bottle of wine, through a really heavy meal, late night eating. How many of you will go all day long without eating? Right? I mean, sometimes you go all day long without going to the bathroom, let's be honest, right? So to actually get a meal, you're looking in the, the snack room drawers, or, oh, God forbid, like every single one of those conference rooms have some sort of catered lunch that's just, it's always like sandwiches or something that's not really healthy. Sandwich, cookie, and chips, or, we're just not eating healthy throughout the day. And so you're trying to avoid all that. So you're staying away from the cookie and the chips, maybe nibbling on the sandwich. And then what happens? You get home at night, you have this massively heavy meal, and then you're eating because your body needs calories all night long. Okay. So you know all this. I'm not telling you anything new, but what do you do about it? So what's happening here again is when we are in a very high pressure job, when we're in a job where we are someone who is addicted to the work, where we have this compulsion that the work has to get done before we can go live our life. You guys have heard me say that over and over again. That is a habit. It's a behavior that we've picked out from our culture, from our childhood, from our upbringing over decades. You cannot just simply put that behavior away because you now need to lose 50 pounds. Okay, you have to change the behavior first, and you have to understand intrinsically, not just logically, this logically, that your well-being and your welfare has to be baked into how you are going to be a high-performing executive. Okay? That has to be part of what you do. Your job, and it's pretty easy. Like if I said, well, Cindy Crawford's job is to take care of her health and her body, you'd be like, oh, well, no, duh. She's going to go do a photo shoot and she has to look good in these clothes. Yeah, but you don't see that it's the same for you. You have to look good in your clothes, not because we're all judging how you look. You have to be healthy, right? You have to take care of your well-being. That is part of being an executive who is sharp, who's able to make decisions very quickly, who's agile, who feels confident and great in their skin, and who is able to disconnect up here so that you can go enjoy this life. Look, no company wants an executive who's burning out. And if you are coming home every night, eating through your night, too tired, too overweight, too ashamed, too unhappy to enjoy your personal life, what's going to happen? You're going to hit a wall, right? Something's going to break. You're going to lose your marriage. You're going to lose the relationship with your kids. You're going to feel miserable about yourself and look back on your life with regret. I mean, I don't know about you. I'll be 50 in a year, but the best years of my life are up ahead of me, but it also is getting like, when I look back in my 30s and I'm like, oh, I wish I'd looked better in a bathing suit back then. Well, I sure as heck wish I looked there. I look like I did there. So it ain't getting any easier is my point as you get older. As you get older, your health is harder to take care of. So as an executive, if you're not taking care of your health now, it's going to be harder when you're in your mid 40s and in your mid 50s and in your mid 60s. Okay. Something's going to break. And again, women, I have to remind you of this, not because I'm trying to be the scary bear here, but in our 40s, guys, is when heart disease gets us. We're all worried about cancer. And there's nothing wrong with being worried about cancer. That's certainly a big one, but it's not the number one killer of women. It is heart attacks. It's heart disease. Okay. And that comes up really quickly on you in your 40s. So it's very serious to take care of your health. And a lot of times we talk to women on the phone all the time. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, how much weight do you need to lose? Well, 50 to 100 pounds. I'm like, wait, it's either 50 or 100. It's not 50 to 100. That's not like 5 to 7 pounds. That's like, if you're carrying an extra 50 to 100 pounds of weight, guys, that's significant. If you're carrying an extra 20 to 30 pounds, that's significant. Okay. So what do you do about it? So you realize you have all these bad habits. You're not eating during the day. Well, the first thing is you got to change that behavior, that root behavior that says work has to come first. I can't go out and play until I make my bed. I can't have dessert until I eat my vegetables, right? So we live in this sort of sacrificial culture where we have to suffer before we can have something we want. You got to get rid of that, okay? And that's like the number one thing we do with our clients is we really help them understand that that behavior has to change. That lens has to change. You're playing in the big leagues now. You can't have that lens anymore, okay? You've got to achieve through possibility, not through suffering. The next thing you have to do is get your needs met. You guys will hear me talk about this all the time. Where the real gift, where you unlock the gilded cage, where you get the keys to the castle is in the understanding of human behavior. In everyone in the world, the country, male, female, I don't care what nationality you are, I don't care how old you are, we all have needs. Human behavioral needs, psychological needs and biological needs. Doesn't change. Your 3-year-old has the same 7 needs that a 93-year-old, that someone is a rice farmer in Asia from an executive on Wall Street. Everybody's got the same 7 needs. We don't know that. We weren't raised with that. Nobody ever said to you, hey, when you grow up, how are you going to get your needs met? How are you going to have well-being? How are you going to thrive? No, what was asked of you is, how are you going to be a success? What are you going to do for a living? How are you going to pay your bills? That's a focus on really one need, which is security. But we have a lot of other needs. And so what's happening now is, in the way we've been raised in our culture, we believe that we have to get our security needs met at all costs, and it's costing us, right? Got to stop doing that. You got to get your needs met. So every woman has a need for autonomy. This is probably one of the biggest ones we see women not doing: autonomy and flow, or we call it rest, leisure, flow. These are the 2 that women don't build throughout the day. And so what's happening is you are crashing. No one ever wants to go to the gym at the end of the day if you haven't got your needs met. If I'm resentful, if I'm exhausted, if I feel like I've been pulled around in 15 different meetings, phone calls, emails, fires, everyone needs something from me. At the end of the day, what happens? We're going to get our needs for leisure and flow met and for autonomy met, but it's probably not going to be at the gym. It's probably going to be in a bottle of wine or a piece of cheesecake, or something that's more a coping mechanism that's more self-destructive, okay? And so we're satiating our needs with strategies of eating, which are less effective than when you feel truly fulfilled. Your needs are getting met, and then you come home and you're like, oh, okay, great. That was a fantastic day at work. Now I'm just moving into the next stage of my day. I'm moving into the gym. I'm moving into dinner with my husband. I'm moving into a night out with friends. It's not this exhausted state of being of like, God, what do these people need now? Okay, so if that's happening to you, or if you're finding yourself coming home, okay, kids, I'll play with you while I eat cheesecake, it's because you're not caring for yourself throughout the day, and you're not keeping yourself fueled mentally, emotionally, and physically, getting your needs met. So it could be autonomy, it could be rest and flow, it could be health, it could be connection. A lot of times, excuse me, as working women, we are pulled away from some of our dearest connections because of the demands of our job. So I always say to my clients, it's not about the number of hours you work. I don't know any of our clients who are consistently working 9 to 5, that kind of hours. As an executive, you have to work a demanding schedule. As an executive, you are going to be asked to get on an airplane or go to a late night board meeting or pick up the phone late at night to handle something. That happens, right? But it's when it interferes, you allow that to happen over and over again, and it interferes with your connection need with your kiddos, or your connection need with your spouse, your connection need with your parents. It's not the fact that you got a phone call at 9 o'clock at night. It's that you're not building a high enough connection with the people that you care about. It's that you're not taking care of your health in and out throughout the day. It's that you're not giving yourself autonomy, leisure, and flow. It's never about the phone call at 9 o'clock at night. It's never about your email box. And everyone keeps trying to solve this problem with time management. I just need to get a better hold of my time. I need to get better organized. That doesn't work. That's not what it's about. If you're someone who consistently puts work before your private life, that's not what it's about. Now, if you're someone who's just running around with your hair on fire and you're disorganized, then that's a different thing. But that's not who we're talking to. The women I'm talking to are women who are in highly demanding positions that will eat up 70, 80 hours of your day if you let it. Okay. I'm talking to women who know that they are consistently telling their family, I'll be home in an hour, and you still haven't even, begun to wrap up your day. That's who I'm talking to. Okay. So what you have to do to start getting the weight off is you have to fill your cup. You have to be fulfilled. Fulfillment comes first. And then the weight loss comes, and we see it over and over again with our clients. 2, 3, 4 weeks into working with us, all of a sudden they're like, Kate, oh my God, I'm not eating as much anymore. I'm not snacking as much. I'm not coming home and grazing my way through the evening. Why? Because they have more energy during the day. They've learned to take care of themselves during the day. We're showing them how they can fill their cup and get their needs met. And what need do you need met? Sometimes we need our need of connection met. Maybe we need to run out of a meeting and go call our husband and just chat with him. Maybe you're missing him. Maybe not. Maybe you need to go late to a meeting because you need some more autonomy. Maybe you need some health because you've been traveling lately and you haven't been able to take care of your health at such a high level. You've been doing maintenance. If you don't know what you need, that's the first problem, because what happens is then we do what we think we're supposed to do. And when we do what we're supposed to do, we become resentful. We eat even more, we gain even more weight, and the cycle continues. So you have to be able to recognize what's going on in your day, what need is going unmet, and how can you give yourself a little bit of that with conscience, with a conscious effort, right? With intentionality. When you do that, I promise you the weight comes off. I work out right now. I always change my workout up, but right now I'm doing a really intense workout and I love it. I get up every morning and I can't wait to do it. You know, that just like, ugh. And it's not because I'm getting some sort of endorphin rush or whatever. It's like, no, this is my time. I'm so fulfilled, but I'm also so happy during the day. And I'm so connected with my family, right? And that's what we teach our clients to do. When you are getting your needs met at a very high level, hitting the ground to do some push-ups or sit-ups or taking a run is not just part of stress relief. It's part of something you love doing because you're so fulfilled in life. So the very first thing you have to do, again, is change that compulsion. I must work before I do anything else in my life. I have to finish this project before I can do anything else. That compulsion, those old habits that came from childhood, they don't serve you anymore at the executive level. Those got to go. Okay. We see too many highly successful people struggling because of that right there. The second, and it can't be logical. It's got to be intrinsic. The second thing is get fulfilled. Create fulfillment in your life, create fun in your day, get your needs met, recognize what's missing and go solve for that. And then what happens is you don't have to eat your way through the evening. You don't have to hit the bottle of wine. You don't have to come home and fall asleep on the couch. You can go have a wonderful dinner with your family, help your kids with their homework, or go hang out with the neighbors, whatever it is you do in the evening, and then hit your Peloton, at 9 o'clock at night or whatever you need to do. And life just becomes simple. It becomes easy. It is like it's like inverting the triangle, right? Instead of success looking like this, you just invert it. Nope, my life comes first, fulfillment comes first, and success just flows out of that. It's a life of possibilities. It's a beautiful thing. So I hope this broadcast was helpful to you. If it was, share it, right? Like tag someone else in the comments below. I don't know if you're seeing this on Facebook, whether you see it on YouTube, whatever channel you're on, tag somebody, share it with someone. There's a woman out there who needs to lose weight, who needs to focus on her health, who is suffering through success. Success doesn't have to be about suffering. Doesn't have to be about sacrifice, guys. It should be fun, right? So if you are a woman who is suffering through success, I want you to book a call with our team. What we'll do is we'll actually, in the comments below, we'll put a comment with a free training that we do. Watch the free training, get to know us, understand what we do. And if it applies to you, then book a call with our team. All of us are executive women. We've been through it. We're on the other side of the rainbow where the pot of gold is with a life of well-being. And we want that for you too. There's no reason you should have to step back, sacrifice, or suffer any component of your life to have a really fierce and fulfilling career. Life should be phenomenal. And I want that for you. So thanks, guys. It's been great speaking with you today. And I look forward to seeing you on the next broadcast soon. Take care.